Do something that scares you. I've been studying quite a bit about fear and faith, and fear-based people are people pleasers and faith-based people are God pleasers, and I know which end of that spectrum I want to rest. When I think about some of the times in my life when I felt the most fear, sometimes it's been for a very good reason, and other times it's because I'm allowing fear to prohibit me from getting to the next step and next level with God. When I share my faith, sometimes I feel very nervous and fearful because who isn't afraid of rejection? But remember, when you share your faith, when people are rejecting the message that you're sharing, they're not really just rejecting you, they're rejecting Christ. And don't worry, Christ has got your back. When I think about some of my friends that are taking some major career, life, ministry changes, there's a lot of fear. But on the other side of fear is exhilaration. And I was thinking about the first day I went through as a young police officer, and we had a drug bust, and we knew on the other side of the door was a drug dealer, and it was the very first time I had ever done that, and I felt very scared. I didn't want to make a mistake. I didn't want to get shot. I didn't want to look stupid because as a new cop, you kind of just want to be, you just want to do things right. And I remember that exhilaration after we came through the other side, and we did get the drug dealer and the person he sold to, and we came out on the other side, and after all the energy and the emotion settled, it was so exhilarating to meet that fear and to know you come across on the other side of that door okay. Well, so often today, when God has you do something that's unusual or perhaps seems outrageous, and you rise up and go through that door, on the other side of that fear is exhilaration. And today I want to ask you, do something that scares you. It may be face that career change and do it. It may be forgiving someone. It may be sharing your faith. It may be doing something very different in your ministry life, like a whole new season. It may be trying to have a baby again. I think about a lot of my friends that struggle with infertility, just rising up and saying, I'll try one more time. There's a lot of fear in that because sometimes the reality is it may be a no at the other end. And no matter what you fear, that you fear and sense that fear rise up in you, I want you to consider this. If it's not reckless and irresponsible, I want you to ask this question. Is this fear God-pleasing? And if it is, because it's requiring you to share your faith or go to the next level, I want you to take a step, go through that door. Now, if it's on the other side and this fear is because it's people-pleasing, I want you to just throw it away because that's where it belongs. And there's exhilaration still on the other side of that door of saying no and stepping through that because you're going to be pleasing God. Now, remember, do something that scares you, and that fear-based people are people-pleasers, and faith-based people are God-pleasers. And decide before stepping through the door which one you want to be.